Welcome, everyone. Today we're embarking on a grand tour of Africa, a continent of immense scale and dynamic change. But how do we truly measure its giants? Is it by the sheer expanse of land they occupy, or by the vibrant pulse of their populations? We're about to find out. In this special feature, we're counting down two distinct top 10 lists for the year 2025. First, we'll explore the biggest countries by land area, the titans of territory that define the continent's map. Then, we'll pivot to the most populous nations, the human powerhouses shaping Africa's future. All our population figures are based on 2025 projections, giving us a forward-looking glimpse into the continent's demographic landscape. So, let's begin with the physical giants. We're looking for the countries that are simply massive on the map. These are nations whose borders contain sprawling deserts, dense rainforests, and vast savannas. First up, land area, the heavyweights on the map. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Ethiopia, covering approximately 1.1 million square kilometers. This is the roof of Africa, a land dominated by rugged highlands and the Great Rift Valley. It's the birthplace of coffee and home to ancient civilizations, with a history stretching back millennia. Its sheer size accommodates an incredible diversity of landscapes, from high-altitude plateaus to scorching lowlands. Coming in at number 9 is South Africa, with a territory of 1.22 million square kilometers. This nation at the continent's southern tip is a world in one country. It boasts thousands of kilometers of stunning coastline along two oceans, the vast semi-arid Karoo Desert and the iconic Kruger National Park. This immense area also contains a vibrant mix of big city energy in places like Johannesburg and Cape Town, making it a country of dramatic contrasts. At number 8 we find Mali, spanning 1.24 million square kilometers. Located in the heart of West Africa, Mali is a land defined by the Sahara Desert, which covers a significant portion of its northern territory. This is a country steeped in history, once the center of powerful empires that controlled trans-Saharan trade. The legendary city of Timbuktu and the Niger River, which flows through its more fertile south, are testaments to its rich cultural and geographical heritage. Securing the number 7 spot is Angola, with an area of just under 1.25 million square kilometers. This southern African nation features a long Atlantic coast that gives way to a vast and sparsely populated interior. Its geography is a mix of arid coastal plains, wet northern highlands, and expansive savannas. This size allows for significant natural resources, which have shaped its modern history and economy. Number 6 is Niger, a massive landlocked country of 1.27 million square kilometers. Like its neighbor Mali, Niger is dominated by the Sahara, with over 80% of its landmass being desert. This makes it one of the hottest countries on Earth. Its population is concentrated in the south and west, along the life-giving Niger River. Its immense size presents both challenges and a stark, profound beauty. Breaking into the top 5, we have Chad, at 1.28 million square kilometers. Known as the Dead Heart of Africa due to its distance from the sea and its desert climate, Chad is a country of incredible geographic diversity. It stretches from the Sahara in the north, through the arid Sahelian belt in the center, down to more fertile savanna grasslands in the south. The shrinking Lake Chad, a vital water source for millions, sits at its western border, a symbol of the environmental challenges facing this vast nation. At number 4, we see a significant jump in size with Libya, covering a massive 1.76 million square kilometers. This North African giant has the longest Mediterranean coastline of any African country. However, beyond this narrow coastal strip, where most of its population lives, lies the vast, formidable Sahara Desert. About 90% of Libya is desert or semi-desert, making it one of the most arid places on the planet, yet its immense size holds some of the continent's largest oil reserves. Our bronze medalist for area is Sudan, with a colossal territory of 1.89 million square kilometers. Even after the secession of South Sudan in 2011, Sudan remains an absolute giant. The lifeblood of the nation, the Nile River, flows through its entire length, with the Blue and White Nile rivers meeting at its capital, Khartoum. This ancient land, once home to the Kingdom of Kush, is a bridge between Arab North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa, its vast territory encompassing desert, plains, and mountains. In the number 2 spot is the Democratic Republic of the Congo, an immense nation of 2.34 million square kilometers. Located in the very heart of Africa, the DRC is defined by the Congo River Basin, which hosts the second largest rainforest in the world after the Amazon. This sprawling, biodiverse jungle covers much of the country. The DRC is a land of incredible natural wealth and staggering scale, so large that it straddles the equator and borders 9 other countries. And finally, the undisputed champion of size, the largest country in Africa at number 1, is Algeria. Spanning a staggering 2.38 million square kilometers, Algeria is a true titan. To put that in perspective, it's almost 4 times the size of France. Like its neighbors Libya and Niger, the majority of its territory, over 80%, is the Sahara Desert. Its population is concentrated in the fertile northern coastal region, but its identity is inextricably linked to its massive sun-scorched southern expanse. It is, without a doubt, the spatial boss of the continent. Before we move on, let's give a nod to our honorable mentions for area. Just missing the cut is Mauritania, another vast Saharan nation, and Egypt, which despite its iconic status, ranks just outside the top 10 by sheer size. So that's our top 10 by land. It's a list dominated by the Sahara Desert and the Congo Basin. But size on a map is only one part of the story. What happens when we shift our focus from square kilometers to human beings? Now, let's flip it. We're counting down the top 10 most populous countries in Africa for 2025. This is where the story of Africa's future is being written, in its bustling cities and growing communities. Let's see who's massive in people. And look who's back. Kicking off our population countdown at number 10 is Algeria, with a projected population of around 47 million people. Despite being the largest country by area, its population is heavily concentrated along the Mediterranean coast in cities like Algiers. This makes it a fascinating example of how immense territory doesn't always translate to a massive population. At number 9, we have another crossover from our first list, Sudan, with an estimated 49 million people. Sudan has one of the youngest populations in the world, a demographic trend that points towards significant future growth. Its people are concentrated along the fertile banks of the Nile, the artery that has sustained life here for millennia. Making its first appearance on our lists at number 8 is Uganda, projected to reach roughly 50 million people. Known as the Pearl of Africa, it's a country of stunning landscapes, from the snow-capped Rwenzori Mountains to the vastness of Lake Victoria. Uganda has one of the highest population growth rates on the continent, driven by a very young populace. Its capital, Kampala, is a rapidly expanding urban center. At number 7 is Kenya, with a population of about 58 million. From the savannas of the Masai Mara to the beaches of the Indian Ocean, Kenya is a country of incredible natural beauty. But it's also an economic powerhouse in East Africa. Its capital, Nairobi, is a major continental hub for technology and finance, earning it the nickname Silicon Savannah. Returning to the countdown at number 6 is South Africa, with a population of around 62 million. As the continent's most industrialized economy, South Africa is highly urbanized. Its population is clustered in major urban powerhouses like the economic hub of Johannesburg, the legislative capital Cape Town, and the port city of Durban. It's a diverse, multicultural, rainbow nation that plays a major role in the continent's economy and politics. Entering the top 5 is Tanzania, home to nearly 70 million people. This East African nation is famous for its natural wonders, including the Serengeti, the Ngorongoro crater, and Africa's highest peak, Mount Kilimanjaro. Its vibrant Swahili coast has been a crossroads of cultures for centuries, and its largest city, Dar es Salaam, is one of the fastest-growing cities in Africa. At number 4, we have the Democratic Republic of the Congo, with a massive and rapidly growing population of about 110 million. This is our third country to appear on both lists, showcasing its dual status as a giant of both area and population. Its capital, Kinshasa, is a sprawling megacity and one of the largest French-speaking urban areas in the world, rivaling Paris. The DRC's population is projected to continue its explosive growth in the coming decades. Taking the bronze medal for population is Egypt, with roughly 115 million people. This is a classic example of population density dictated by geography. Despite its large land area, over 95% of Egyptians live on just 5% of the land, a narrow, fertile strip along the Nile River and its delta. This creates one of the most densely populated regions on Earth, centered around the sprawling megalopolis of Cairo. Our silver medalist is Ethiopia, with a staggering population of around 130 million people. This makes it the most populous landlocked country in the world. Ethiopia's population is not only large, but also incredibly diverse, with over 80 different ethnic groups. It's experiencing rapid economic development and urbanization, with its capital, Addis Ababa, serving as a key diplomatic hub for the entire continent. And at number 1 by a massive margin is Nigeria. With a projected 2025 population of about 230 million people, Nigeria is unequivocally the continent's population giant. Roughly 1 in every 6 Africans is Nigerian. It's a nation of incredible energy, drive, and cultural influence, from the economic engine of Lagos to the global phenomenon of Nollywood and Afrobeats. Nigeria's demographic weight is a defining feature of 21st century Africa. And for our population, honorable mentions: Morocco, with its significant population centers of Casablanca and Rabat, and Ghana, a West African nation with a fast-growing and youthful population, both sit just outside the top 10. So let's do a quick crossover check. 5 countries had the distinction of making both lists: Algeria, Sudan, South Africa, Ethiopia, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. These are the nations that balance immense territory with a significant population. But the surprises are in the contrasts. Countries like Libya, Chad, and Niger are massive in area, but don't crack the top 10 for population, a direct result of the vast, inhospitable Sahara Desert. Meanwhile, Nigeria, which doesn't even make the top 10 for land area, absolutely dominates the population list. This illustrates a key theme. Africa's population is not evenly distributed, but concentrated in specific regions with favorable climates and economic opportunities. Let's dig into the numbers a bit more. While Algeria is the spatial boss, its population density is a mere 20 people per square kilometer. Compare that to Nigeria, with over 240 people per square kilometer. The continent as a whole is rapidly urbanizing, with hot spots of growth in cities like Kinshasa, Lagos, and Dar es Salaam. Looking ahead, these trends are only set to accelerate. By 2035, the continent's population is expected to surge past 1.7 billion people. Nations like the DRC and Nigeria will see their demographic influence grow even stronger. Remember, these 2025 figures are just a snapshot. Populations shift, but the big patterns of geography and demography hold firm. There is so much more to explore. If you want a part 2, we could dive deeper and rank the fastest growing cities, the most densely populated spots, or even the continent's economic powerhouses. I hope this journey gave you a new perspective on the scale and diversity of Africa. Hit that like button if you learned something new, and head down to the comments to let me know which country's ranking shocked you the most. Was it Algeria's size? Nigeria's population? Let's discuss. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.